means the voting is finished. Now then, let's see the results. I wish the voting would be finished. We could get out of this place already. Although I can already tell you what the result's going to be. We don't need to go through the next like 2 hours, whatever it's going to be. I can already tell you how this trial is going to end. Who will be chosen as the Black End? Yeah, we know. Wait a second. What result? Voting time hasn't happened yet. Oh, but how I wish it had. Yes, I don't care what you have to say. Wrong chapter. Okay, great. Yeah. Anyway, in the last episode, we began the second class trial of the game, and today we're going to be finishing the class trial for chapter 2, for which we basically know how this is going to end up, but, you know, we'll see how, I guess we'll see if maybe I get proven wrong in the end. But first, we're going to skip past these tools. Like, why are they here? They add nothing to the story. They add absolutely nothing to the story. They're just there to annoy me. It's like the developer said, hey, you know how in Danganronpa 2 we had that thing where Monami and Monokuma had this like really great dynamic? What if we did that again, except made it worse in every discernible way? Sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. Anyway, let's do the class trial.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. Hate liars. Liar, pants on fire.
That's a pot calling the kettle black if I've ever seen it before.
More one to talk.
Yes, exactly.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video? Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pack.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people.
Well, okay, let me guess. He talked to Kokichi, and then Kokichi's like, hey, I took everyone's monopads, so I know some juicy details. You want to hear some juicy details? Go talk to Maki, and you'll find out the big secret. Go, because he's the little shit, and he stole everyone's things, so he knows all the secrets or whatever.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pack?
Kokichi. Who told Ryoma? Yeah, I get it, thanks. It would be... Which direction do I have to... where is it? There he is. There's the little turd goblin.
It's you! That would be Kokichi. So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
Okay.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Oh, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might...
Oh, is it gonna be a thing where it's like she because she's used to being the ultimate child caregiver, she's used to leaving the door open in the middle of the night in case one of the kids she's looking over or looking after needs to come get her for something, or in case on the other side of things, if she needs to get out of bed to run to go check on one of the kids in case something happens to them. I'm guessing that's going to be the motivation for why she keeps the door unlocked, because otherwise that's a monumentally stupid thing to do.
When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
No, it's because the plot demanded that the trial be dragged on for longer than it needed to be.
Suspected.
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. And it's pretty fishy, right? So so I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Yes, yes. Those who believe shall be saved.
Oh, wow. Well, if you believe in our cult, then you will be saved. You'll be set down the path to salvation, or whatever bullshit that is. Slippery slope material right there.
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Huh? What now?
Yes. Just an endless encyclopedia of valuable information.
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive?
Obviously he was.
Is that
Did we? I didn't think we needed a confirmation on that.
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Or else I'll kill you in your sleep. Or something like that, I don't know.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout.
Oh my! Oh my god. They called it a turnabout. They used the word turnabout. They said that. They said that. Someone wrote that. Someone put that in the script. But it's absolute piece of shit to say as a line of dialogue. The dramatic turnabout. You can't make this shit up. I don't even. So what I was gonna say is, I doubt the ultimate child caregiver is used to being in this kind of situation, but I don't know, maybe she got into a thing once where she had to, because she does give off an aura of, like, don't fuck with me, so maybe she got in a situation where, like, one of the kids was in danger, so she had to go kung fu mode and kick their ass, because, by the way, I'll say this right now, if we eventually get a payoff where Maki, like, beats the shit out of Kokichi, or really, just anyone beats the shit out of Kokichi, that'll be an automatic A+ for me. So here's hoping. But yeah, that's where that was. Yeah. Anyway, stupid dramatic turn of I can't. They're not even trying to hide it. They're not even. They're just not even trying to hide it.
Just as I thought.
That's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
And it took you 10 minutes to tell us.
Seen everyone's motive video?
No, not yet.
I don't believe you even for a second.
Movie screening party. I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday. So you still suspect me? I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Does no one find it even a little bit suspicious that this girl, who was quiet as all hell in the first chapter, is suddenly the bastion of confidence and resilience, spearheading the conversation? Does no one find it even a little bit suspicious? And who is also pinning the blame on everyone else that she possibly can?
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
Also, we can't prove this because the only evidence we have in our catalog from our truth bullets is the thing that says that Maki was alone the entire night. Oh wait, I forgot about the stupid lie mechanic. Oh my god, let me guess. We have to turn this into a lie so that we can say, hey, I know Maki was with him the whole time because we heard someone, or we saw someone, or something. We either heard him talking to her, or we saw him talking to her. I guess, I don't know, because the lie mechanic is just whatever.
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No,
Well, I mean, according to Kokichi, if you recall, in the first chapter, Kokichi was able to instantly deduce that Kaede was lying for some stupid reason, so can he do the same thing now? Apparently not.
Himiko, it breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things.
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
What exactly about that testimony is convenient for her? Considering that testimony only makes her all the more suspicious. How is it convenient for her in any way?
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during that time. I'm telling the truth.
Is it a lie or the truth? This is the turning point. This will change the fate of this case. And I said I would believe in Kaito, and that means believing in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going. It's like Kaito did. Wow, way to drive it home. Anyway, yeah, so this is not convenient for the. First of all, the fact that everyone reacted the way they did is proof that they obviously it's not convenient for her. But just the fact that it gives her a motive should also be evidence of the fact that this is not a convenient thing to be revealed for her in any discernible way.
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
I did. I saw them.
Come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place,
I can prove it.
then there is no reason for testimony. As expected, Maki is lying.
Danganronpa class trial mechanics. They're so... Because just having a simple testimony that you can pick evidence and present words, it's just too simple. That's too simple for this game, this genius game, this bastion of intelligence and competence and maturity that is Danganronpa. It's too simple for it.
I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
Oh, please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
What?
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
If they don't call that out for a line, like, yeah, it was probably, I think it might have been around sometimes, maybe midnight, I don't know. If they don't, if Big Brain Kokichi lets that slide, and not Chapter 1 Kaede's masterful lie, I call bullshit immediately.
Wait a minute. If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now, we don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him. And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
Oh, you mean like you did, like 5 seconds ago? No, whatever.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked. We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool. Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right. You can believe me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too. Believe shall set you free.
I'd be so
Oh, wow.
if Shuichi was a liar. Especially after we believed him for so long.
Oh, that you... Which one do I tackle first? I guess we'll start with... Belief shall set you free. Believe in our religion, and you shall be saved. But if you don't... Yeah, it's just religious cult bullshit again. Angie's dangerous. Like her little believe in Atua thing is a dangerous slope with the whole like believe and you shall be saved. Don't like that. That's a dangerous slope. That's a dangerous slope. As for Kokichi over here, so Kaede's masterful lie, you called her out immediately. But this time, you're like, we've already been believing Shuichi for so long, so may as well keep believing him. Really?
We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
This character is just a perpetual thorn in my side. He cannot make up his mind.
Alright, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
So, everyone is culprit again?
So, we're right back where we started. Man.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning. But
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember? So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? Maki was with Ryoma around midnight, so it couldn't have been before nighttime. And it couldn't have been the morning after. That
The only
leaves...
time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, dick cheese?
Doesn't have to be open for Kirumi just to zip line in and then just plop his body in through the window.
Dick cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
You're decreeing yourself as someone who snoozes a lot in defense of the fact that in defense of the idea that no one can slip by you. Okay.
What a terrible title for a guard.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball. I don't even play baseball.
That was not the point of what she just said.
Right?
Well, according to the first case, you can disobey school rules.
Calm down, everyone. Going to sure if we discuss disagreement.
See through your argument.
Oh no, are we going to space again?
A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again? Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its
Yep, we're going to space again.
phenomenal trial grounds. Yippee!
Oh, whatever.
We gotta do that whole crazy thing again.
My thoughts exactly. Although last time this minigame was actually pretty cool. It just needs to get harder. If it gets harder, then we'll be fine. If not, then... eh. This is still so ridiculous. Like, this is just, as far as I'm concerned, this is just the Danganronpa writers being like, yeah, we don't care, we're going off the rails. get on the train or get off the damn track. Okay, are they gonna be in order this time? Or not?
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement? I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit? Bingo!
Is it are they all really this easy? I mean, they're not in order this time, which I guess is better than nothing.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
But
Probably don't
it's
apply to court.
it's literally just look for the word that's in their testimony and then match it.
The gym's entrance.
I got this. You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
It's literally that simple.
That's off limits, not the pool.
The other person says a word and then you mirror that word with your own word.
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
Man, oh great, now we do the mashing thing. Circle, circle, circle. Because like this minigame has the potential to be so awesome. Because like it's such a great. I mean, it is just like I can't help but think of Captain America: Civil War with the whole arrangement of them. But the concept of like having a battle of words where you have to look for something in their testimony that relates to something that you can like use their own words against them, that kind of thing. That's a great idea. But when it's as brain-dead baby easy as look for a word that matches the word that you have, and it's every single time, it's like, really? Come on.
I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body. That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank in the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Correct, it's why you ziplined over there from the shower room across the way.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
I know. They used the ladder in the gym.
No. That ladder doesn't reach that high.
You tested it out while you were investigating.
No. The only reason why it reached that high is because it was on top of the damn stage.
Culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off.
No, I don't think that method is possible because the ladder couldn't have been used like that in this crime. I can prove it because the ladder doesn't reach the window.
That's it. The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy.
Then Gonta used his hard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies or ladders.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
You have no idea.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow him all
Yeah.
away with the truth.
I love it when people are like, y'all are so stupid, you don't know anything. And my buddy over here will tell you all about how you don't know anything. And then the buddy's like, what? What are you talking about? And then he makes him look like an idiot. It's like, Kaito, what are you doing? You don't talk this big game when your big game is predicated on information that I haven't, I mean, I've deduced it, but that Shuichi hasn't deduced yet?
I actually don't know that yet.
Great job, great job, Kaito. You just shot yourself in the foot.
Definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
Seriously?
Serves you right. You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty.
Yes, he did. I concur.
Just shut up and take their licks.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done.
We aren't gonna do anything because you have not done anything to help me at all. I mean, you're a nice guy and all, and you've been fun to hang out with and do push-ups and all that, but you are not by any means you're not useful to my investigation in any discernible way.
I know. I have to do something, but
I don't know what to do. I haven't figured it out yet. Damn it, am I really not good enough? Am I no good as a
I
detective?
don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
An astute observation.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
yes. We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Yeah, and who do you think, riddle me this, who's been spearheading the conversation and would have had the ability to lead the conversation away from that topic? Who was it that's been leading this conversation since the very beginning who didn't say diddly-do in the first chapter? I wonder who it was.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
We knew that from the beginning, Gonza. Thanks for catching up with us. That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial.
Let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
Mimikawa under the bridge?
If we can determine where this all started, we can determine how it ended. It's much too soon to quit. The trial has only just begun.
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Maki will be playing the role of only character in the room with the brain for this chapter of Danganronpa. Sorry, this installment of Danganronpa. Okay, non-stop debate, my favorite. All right, what are we gonna do here?
Let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when you got attacked.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively guess that we're gonna need to get this out because they're gonna be like, oh, maybe it was in the pool, and I'm gonna be like, well, no, because according to the game, it can't be because people can't go into the pool at nighttime. But then I out here in the real world am gonna talk to you and say, yeah, like here we go. That's what I was thinking of. I had a feeling that'd be what we needed to say. But I'm gonna tell you that unfortunately it doesn't really mean anything anymore because as you recall from the first chapter, they kind of shattered the consistency of their own internal school rules. So it doesn't really matter. Like I can't take this seriously anymore. And anytime they say we couldn't have done this, oh shut up, you fools. Anytime they say like, oh, they broke their own rules, or sorry, we can't break the rules, so they can't have done this, I'd be like, yeah, but you did exactly that in chapter 1, so why should I care? Literally, why should I care? You already annihilated, wait, what's the question? What clue shows the room was, oh, the sink was scratched, and there were scratch marks on the handcuffs as well, right? Maybe, yeah, okay, so which one do we... scratch sink, because the sink is what ties it to a specific location, and then if they ask for clarification, we can probably show this afterwards. I'm guessing you can probably flip up the order as to which order you show these things in, because I guarantee we have to show both. We have to show one to establish, here's one set of scratches, here's another set of scratches, and then we link them together, is what I'm guessing this is going to lead us to. But yeah, I can't take it seriously anymore whenever they say, oh, they can't do this because of the rules, because it's like, you guys already broke the rules in the first chapter. Why should I care whenever you bring this up for the rest of the game?
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
And that was when we mentioned the scratch handcuffs? Yeah.
This is it! The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct? Oh yeah. Sort of look like they've been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks in the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I'm certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So, the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty...
Oh my god, shut up.
How did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just...
No, don't sit on information that could be valuable. You may be a little shit, but any input is helpful right now when we're trying to deduce the truth behind a murder mystery.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned...
What was that? What was that? What was that dialogue? What was that dialogue? Why did you say that? Why did you say those things? Why did you didn't...
The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
You can't call something after we already established it as the truth. You can't be like, if you can't after the end of the first chapter, like after the trial's already done. You can't be like, all right, I'm calling it now. Kaede is the murderer, which isn't even true, but they believe it's true. So you can't call something after it's already revealed as the truth. That's not how this works.
But how did the culprit carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor, Vic?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
What shortcut between Ryoma's lab? They used the zip line through the window, which conveniently the cursor was already hovering over.
The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Did the culprit drop Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete.
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the pool side, even if one used the ladder.
That's right. I apologize. I must go on a journey to reflect on this.
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Oh, you smug asshole! Come back to me come back to me in an hour. I'll see if you're still as high and mighty as you are. Not necessarily. Yeah. Also, the fact that we learned a lot of important information. But sure, go ahead, Kokichi. Go off, I guess. All right, what are we doing? Oh, great! Time for a new mini game. When you have to deduce how things are connected, Psych Taxi will start up. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes. Ooh, exciting. Lying around to form the question. Use the X button to oh, great, driving controls. Because Spike Chunsoft has proven their competence with other types of gameplay in the past, I'm sure they'll nail driving controls as well. Oh, great. By picking up letter cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you complete the question, you head toward the escort that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, they'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. Do they die? Is that what happens? Also, there'll be other cars on the road. Oh, joy. If you hit those, you'll take focus energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, use R1 to concentrate, stay calm, and avoid them. I'll pass, thanks. Please respond at your earliest convenience. Oh, great. Joy. This actually looks kind of cool. Okay, how does the car control? It actually doesn't control that bad. It's actually not that bad. This is actually way better than I thought it was going to be, I'll be honest. This is actually not that bad at all. The body was brought from where? I'm guessing? Yeah, the body was... Yeah, okay, the body was brought from where? Is the question that we're forming here right now. Yep, body was brought from where? And the answer would be that it was brought over from... Ow! Didn't want to scrape against the side of the wall. It was my bad. I stopped paying attention. Body was brought from where? The answer is that it was brought over from Ryoma's lab. I've lost control. Okay, I can't. Thinking time. What do we... Okay, can I control? Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Lab window. Okay, it was through the window is where it was. Okay. So this is basically... Oh, dear God. Okay, apparently that didn't kill. I know they said, like, if you get it right, they jump in, and if you get it wrong, they die, but, like, still probably should have killed them. I don't know. Also, this kind of art style really reminds me of a game called, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called, Outrun for the original Xbox. Like, this actually really reminds me of Outrun. The art style, the idea of, like, so Outrun was a really cool. Oh, also, wait. The question is, the body was brought to the gym from where? I'm guessing is what we're trying to spell out here. I'm guessing it's gonna be it was brought to the gym from where? In which case, the answer would be the window in the gymnasium. Yeah. Okay. The body was brought to the gym from where? Yeah. So this Outrun was a game for the original Xbox. It was actually. It was one of the first games I played on the original Xbox. It was really cool. It was really... I don't know if relaxing is the right word. At least it's not supposed to be relaxing because you're supposed to be, like, getting to the end as fast as you possibly can. But I always found it relaxing because I was never really focused on getting to the end as fast as I could. I just liked getting in the car and then driving because you go past some really beautiful scenery. And the idea is, like, the further you go... each time you would enter a new zone, like a new themed zone, whether it was a city area or beach area, desert, things like that. So it was really relaxing and really beautiful to just kind of drive around. You know what? I might actually cover it one day on the channel. I don't know if I'll stream it or if I'll just make a quick video covering it. But I had a lot of fun playing that game when I was a kid. That was a lot of fun to play. So and that kind of opening aesthetic where you see like the beach or like the tropical aesthetic, I guess, at the beginning, and then transition like after each fork in the road, you turn onto a new path, enter a new kind of aesthetic. That really reminded me of Outrun. Not in a derogatory way, not like in a bad way. It just really reminded me of it. So it was kind of cool. How was it moved from the classroom window to the gym window? I'm guessing. Yep. Okay. How's it moved from the? In which case, the answer to that question would be, is that Monokuma? Is that Monokuma? I mean, obviously it's Monokuma. Oh! There's a hidden Monokuma in the... Oh. There's a hidden... Also, yes, I was correct. That's the question. There's a hidden Monokuma in the minigame. Okay. That's a sneaky place to put it. But I guess that works. But yeah. That's what the opening part of this... From window to window. Via the pool. How would it get there via the pool? That's what it kind of reminded me of. It was like... the driving aesthetic, the like driving around with someone, the changing scenery, the relaxing atmosphere. Just it's a really obscure reference, but it kind of reminded me of that game. So I might cover that on the channel one day, even if it's just a one-off video. I'm gonna give it a shot. Anyway, honestly, that wasn't that bad. The car didn't control as bad as I thought it was gonna be. That was fine. That was actually kind of enjoyable. That was fine. That was perfectly passable as a minigame. I approve of that one.
I've got it. Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window. I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, I don't believe he was thrown, but perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
And they're talking about the rope, I'm guessing? Yeah, the rope. That's right. Here.
There! The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery.
Oh my god, if I have to hear one more thing about how Atua knows all, and Atua will save us all, I might actually yeet myself out of a window.
What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason.
This is not something you tell me almost 2 hours into the class trial. This is something you mentioned up front at the start of the trial.
It's a mysterious mystery.
Oh, for God's sake.
No one knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows? The rope is
Individually, no. But if you can link it up with a tennis net cable, then yes, it would be.
The width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
I'm shaking my head in disappointment.
Wait, who said that?
More shaking my head in disappointment.
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one though.
Yeah, but there was a tennis net cable in the lab.
Oh, then it's impossible. Sorry.
Yeah, fastest reverse card ever. No, I'm sure there was another rope, or at least something that could be used as a rope. And that would be the tennis net cable.
This is it! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope. How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how did they use it?
As a zip line.
Okay, so. First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta. You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it!
Oh, joy. I can't wait to hear what insightful deduction Miyu has made.
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1%.
Oh, shut up, whatever. Just get to
In my
the...
case, it's 100% inspiration.
Oh my god, there's a chase. Cut to it.
Get it. Just tell us already.
My thoughts exactly, Himiko.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other. Like
No, because the handcuffs were linked around both of their... Oh my god.
The body would reach the gym window.
Also that, yes. Also that it wouldn't... it would, like, slam against the window. It wouldn't perfectly slide into the tank.
Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your...
I mean, unless you're Nagito Komaeda, in which case everything just works out exactly the way it needs to for you. But, thankfully, none of you are ultimate lucky students, so you, thankfully, can't fall back on, oh, I guess I just got lucky or unlucky as the basis for your entire case. For the first time in forever.
Tarzan? But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just the rope.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Yes, just use a zip line. Use it as a zip line.
Are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body would have fallen, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only one shot at it, no second chances. So obviously the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully, meaning they would have to wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how do they get near it? You with the zip line. Yeah, look at it. That is in perfect position for use as a zip line. Come on. To make that work, they'd have to have used something else. What would that be? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set. What? Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial.
You aren't gonna do jack shit. You're gonna sit there with your thumb up your ass while I do all the hard work again.
It all starts with you.
It starts and ends with me.
I'll be the main event.
No, you'll be tree number 3 off on the side of the stage.
And together, we're gonna save everyone. Together? You got this. After all, you are my sidekick.
You don't know how sidekicks work, do you?
I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
You've always left the rest to me. Also, you just said you were going to be the main event. Now you're going to leave everything to me? Okay, whatever. Okay, time for Hangman's Gambit. I approve Hangman's Gambit. Hangman's Gambit is fun. Okay. R. I saw an O here. Saw an O there. And then we need a P. And then we need, any E's nearby? There's an E up there. Okay. We have rope. We need more. There's a W. W-A-Y, ropeway, okay. I was confused for a second. It's like, we need more? We need more words? Or sorry, we need more words. We need more letters, but we already have the ropes, so... And then I saw the letters, I'm like, oh, ropeway, obviously. Means the same thing as a zip line.
Are you sure about that? Wow, you got drain damage or something? You need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and...
We have the inner tube. With the rope tied around it. What? Another new... 2 for 1, everyone! Another new mini-game. Although, admittedly, the last one was actually kind of... I almost want to choke as I say this. I almost kind of enjoyable. So maybe this one will be cool too. In scenes where you have to deduce an image, oh joy, Mind Mine will begin. Is this like Minesweeper? In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Use the left stick to move the cursor and erase the pieces with the X button. Pieces will be erased when 2 or more of the same color connect. Okay, so it's not like Minesweeper at all, actually. The adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. What? If you're right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. Trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. When all the pieces on top of an object are gone, you can select the object as the answer. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there's just one piece left, you can press the X button repeatedly to break it. But that will incur time penalties, so don't just button mash. It may sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. I think I get the general gist of it. Because I played games like this before. Just not this exact. Okay, so just go for the... Then that breaks there. And then that turns everything around here. Okay. Okay, I see. I see how this works. Yeah, this is kind of cool, actually. Of course, I don't know what I'm looking for. So I don't really know what we're trying to find. But I don't see anything of use to. I see a ladder, but the ladder isn't. We're trying to find the thing that they used to carry the body across. And they didn't use a chair for that. And they certainly didn't... Oh, there it is. I see... Oh, okay, there it is. I see it. Okay, that's right there. It's right there. Might have screwed myself. Yeah, I think I screwed myself right there. I'll just get rid of those with a couple button matches. Because it's just a couple stray ones. I have the time to spare, so... There we go. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. You know what? You know what? The two new minigames this episode, pretty cool. I approve, because they aren't based on... They're based, like, you feel like you actually have the control in your hands, and it's not like the game yeeting the words out of your line of sight at the last second. It actually feels fair and well designed. So, you know what? I approve of those two minigames. Those two are pretty cool. I'm sure they'll get harder, and I'm sure I'll hate them in due time. But for now, pretty fun. Hangman's, honestly, this might be the best track record we've ever had with minigames. Rebuttal Showdown's awesome. Hangman's Gambit, I can't decide if I like it better than the second games, because that one was pretty fun too. Those are both great. This game's version of Bullet Time Battle is the best it's ever been. Slight Tax is pretty cool. The Mind thing is pretty cool. Rebuttal Showdown, like I said, is awesome. Really, the only dud is the Mass Panic debate. Because for as easy as the debate scrum is, at least it's not unfair. Like, it's a stupid, meaningless thing, but it's at least, like, doesn't make my brain want to explode. So really the only dud is Mass Panic debate. That's not that bad. Given previous games' track records with minigames, that's not that bad. That's actually pretty good. But unfortunately, non-stop debate is perpetually a thorn on my side, so we're never going to get rid of that.
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side? Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported two people. The culprit used the ropes in the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay.
Weren't you guys supposed to not say or do anything that would interfere with the class trial or give away information that you weren't supposed to get? Because if so, which I'm pretty sure you were, you just done diddly fucked up, because if you were asked that question before, it means the only reason why you would have been is if the culprit was trying to see if it would break the rules, which don't matter, which means that the theory's correct, so you just did the work for us. Great job, guys. I see you're still as competent as ever with your ability to keep things consistent.
Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
You didn't put your foot in your mouth.
Is all that remains
His foot? Monosuke just unhinged his jaw.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, please. Oh, please. Please, Monokuma. Okay, I think my theory is correct in that we're gonna lose one of these little shits per chapter. So last time we lost, I don't know, bot number 3 or whatever the hell. I don't know their names. I don't care what their names are. But we lost one of them. I think it was the guy with the blue color scheme. And I'm hoping that we lose another one this time, because I want them all dead by the end of the game. I want every single one of these stupid Monokuma robot cub things. I want them all dead by the end of this game. So I'm guessing we're gonna lose the guy, the nerd guy with the yellow color scheme. I'm guessing we're gonna lose him by the end of this chapter. I'm hoping, please let me lose one per chapter, preferably more. But if I have to limit it to one per chapter, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, great. Monokuma's gonna kill him. Great. I fully endorse this plan. I fully endorse this plan. Get out of this story.
But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
Always has been.
So Culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder. Some crazy ass shit.
Trust me. In Danganronpa, that is, given its track record, that this is probably the most coherent mystery we've had in a long time.
But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. Not.
Didn't want to open that. My bad.
All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see. The rope was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
Yay. The reason they left it in the pool is because it was nighttime, which doesn't matter because as we established in Chapter 1, the rules can be broken at a whim and nothing matters. Yay! Internal consistency, my favorite.
Because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them. Huh! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake. This was the perfect crime.
Well, 2 mistakes. Let's not forget about the piece of her glove that fell in the pool.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. No, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. We're so close. Just one step away from the truth. Are we finally going to be able to pin down who it is? Can I finally say that it's her?
It would be pointless to unravel
I didn't intend for her to pop up on the screen right when I said her, but it just worked out pretty nicely.
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event.
Oh, for God's sake.
But my sidekick here is on a roll right now.
Jeez, oh my God. Look, you're a nice guy, but you gotta can it with the whole, I'm the person who's doing everything, and I shall leave it to you. That's really getting on my nerves.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yeah, I have a good idea who the culprit is. I have more than just a good idea.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again? Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
In other words, I'm useless. Please solve the mystery for me. I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have had to have been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that Neo's on a list of suspects. And it's you. Yep, we knew it was you since the start of the chapter, so no surprises here.
There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that we're gonna need to use the alibi for... Yeah, it's okay. I was gonna say we need to use this right now because Kohi said, let's hang on to this for later. You know, just in case it comes up again. It hasn't come up yet, so I'm guessing... So I would have guessed we needed to use it now anyway. But especially now that it's popped up now, when we've never had to use it before, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna need to use this now. I'm guessing it's gonna be like, well, anyone could have done this, and I'm gonna be like, nah, because everyone else has alibis except for you. So, nice try. But I guess I'll have to wait and see. Yep, called it, and... Yay! Now I get to... I also love that you can't just speed through the testimony. You have to wait for all the words to fly by the screen and for them to finish their voice lines. You can't just mash through the testimony to get back to where you were. Because Danganronpa non-stop debate gameplay is really, really fun, really cool, and I love it so much. And... whatever. Just whatever, dude. Just whatever, dude. I cannot wait to stop playing this game. I cannot wait to stop playing. They haven't, I mean, I'm sure, by the time this video comes out, they'll probably have already announced, I mean, maybe they'll have announced release it, I don't know. By the time I'm recording, we have no idea when the new Danganronpa game is going to come out, but I hope that it's really late in 2021, because I do not want anything to do with this series for quite a while. I need a very long break from Danganronpa when I'm done with this garbage.
No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window. That required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion.
Oh boy, here we go again. Well, at least this minigame's actually fun,
While
so.
I do understand where you are coming from, assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
That makes no sense, but okay. Whatever you say. Window frame, piece of fabric. God, it could be any of these.
Only the rope and partition. I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time.
Patience is gonna pay off here to make sure I get them all. Okay, I guess there's only one for this time. Also, holy hell, why did it start so close to my... It does not usually start that close to my side. Like, it's usually... Like, it's usually lopsided in the opponent's direction. But it's not usually all the way over to the right side of the screen.
Of the argument. How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Wait, yes there is. Because we had... Well, okay, good thing that was automatically select. Because if it wasn't, I would have had a panic to get it out in time. But yes, there is. We absolutely have evidence of that because the frame's all marked up with the rope.
The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage.
Oh, from the scratched handcuffs. Right, okay, that also makes sense.
The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly.
Honestly, I thought I was referring to the marks on the window from the rope.
But they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Oh my god, you're so annoying.
Hey, hey!
Is Kirumi quiet because that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone.
That's an odd phrasing of words. That's very odd, actually. Because if she was referring to the people in the room, then wouldn't she just say, I'm doing this to protect you all, not I'm doing this for everyone? Because that almost sounds like you're referring to everyone outside the school. And we know they're aware of you because we had that flashback at the beginning of the chapter where they were all mourning the loss of Kaede with 15 other portraits conspicuously left unoccupied for the time being. Which I guess might tie into the idea of it being a game show, which means you have to be aware that it's a game show. And the only reason why that would be is if, okay, so if we assume she's talking about for everyone, then obviously she's talking about people being, she's aware of the outside world and how everyone's, like, she wouldn't say that if she didn't know there were eyes on her, which she obviously does. She must know it's a game show at this point. And the only reason why she would know and not everyone else is if, and I admittedly, this is probably going to be one of my largest leaps in logic ever. But I don't think it's entirely off base because we know now, well, at least I've theorized that this is all going to be revealed to be some elaborate game show hosted by Team Danganronpa. Just end me now. So is it possible that the way this works is that they they either have people vote. Actually, I guess it would have to be that. I was either going to say either they pick the murderer ahead of time, or they have people vote on the killer ahead of time. But I realized it has to be the second one because if it was for if it was just for people in the studio, she wouldn't have said that. So I'm guessing everyone in the world watching the show voted her to be the killer, and then they told her like, "Hey, you're gonna be the next killer." So then she did it, and now she's like, I have to do this for everyone, to give everyone a quality entertaining TV show where they see the killer get away with it or some bullshit like that. At this point, I wouldn't put it past them, honestly.
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
That is very strange wording. I don't know, man. Where's this coming from? Her response seems genuine. So what does she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all F6? No, she's not. Am I wrong? No, you're not. I'm wrong again. No, you're not.
Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
Oh, the game's actually going to call attention to this? I did not see that coming.
Just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, felt like you weren't talking about us.
Oh, don't let her convince you with her words of wisdom. Like, I'm doing this for everyone. Do not let her convince you that she's not the culprit based on that alone. Because I don't care what she says. Like, no matter how she tries to appeal to your sense of, like, I'm doing it for everyone. It's like, okay, cool, it doesn't matter. We still have evidence proving you did it. So that's all that matters right now.
It felt like you were talking about someone who...
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi's...
Huh? The motive video?
Well, no, because unless every single person on that... Unless everyone on Earth is in her motive video, which I strongly doubt to be the case, then she wouldn't have... That makes no sense, because she wouldn't have said for everyone in that case.
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This...
It is all of you, of course.
Yeah, it's a nice backpedal. That is a solid backpedal there, Chief.
Really? Do you swear to a tour?
Oh, good lord.
Yes, really. So please believe me. I am not the culprit.
Please believe me, I'm doing it for all of you. I'm not going to use logic or evidence to refute what you have to say. I'm just going to say, please believe me, and then, okay, I guess it's time to believe you now.
I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede.
Just, yeah, keep pulling on them heartstrings. I don't care. You can keep pulling on heartstrings all you want, but I'm the only one in the room with evidence and logic and facts backing up what I'm saying. You keep trying. It's not going to work.
I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid.
Oh, boo-hoo. Here, let me play the world's smallest violin for you.
I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me.
Oh, you know how to serve you want to serve everyone? Well, in that case, consider this your final request as the ultimate maid. Concede, admit your guilt, and then we'll all go home.
Kirumi.
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit?
Do not tell me this is actually gonna work on them.
Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
God, I wish, but I'm not that lucky. He's gonna survive this goddamn game.
How rude.
Gota just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
I don't care whether you believe it or not, because the evidence proves she did it.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well.
And what does it have to do with literally anything?
She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit.
I don't have any personal motive or bias against you. I'm just following where the evidence leads me. I'm not gonna turn a blind eye because you're trying to pull on everyone's heartstrings. There's a lot more than that, buddy.
But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof.
Alright, then how about this? How about you lend over your gloves, and then we'll compare the fabric of your gloves to the fabric in the pool, and if they match, game over, buddy.
It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis.
And you might say, oh, well, that's unnecessary. You can just check her gloves that you're wearing now, and I'm guessing that wouldn't be the case because she probably would have changed her gloves. I mean, we can check, but I'm guessing she probably changed her gloves because we have the spare uniforms in the room, so it makes more sense to just compare the fabric of the two substances, because that'll prove her guilty instantly.
Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
You can't seriously be falling for this.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
You want to think it over? All right, great. Let's compare the substance of the fabric of the two pieces that we found, and then we'll call it a day.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of the friends of murder. Boo fucking who? Too bad. We're in the killing game right now. We gotta follow the evidence. It doesn't matter where it leads us. If it's up to me, I have to do it. I use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit?
It's not a matter of what I believe or not. It's that the evidence proves that you are the culprit.
But there is
Yes, there is!
There is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
Literally.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit?
It's not like I'm not biased against you or anything. I just follow the evidence. It's really that simple.
Everyone?
That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm doing this because I want to protect
Exactly.
Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Can you use evidence instead of just saying I'm wrong?
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others.
What do you think we've been doing for the past hour? Listening to other people.
Lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat.
Then how about you just go by the evidence I presented?
You can't save anyone.
You mean like I say to Assault in the first chapter? No more doubts, I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone that evidence to prove she's guilty. Which is the... where is it? Here.
This is it! The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been now that the class trial has come this far. I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
You're messed up in the head. There's something wrong with you.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
Yes, I can. Just compare the fabric. Compare the fabric we found with the fabric of your gloves, and that'll call it instantly.
It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how that black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it all clear now. Or is it time for the bullet time battle? Yes, it is. All right. Well, unlike the last two games, this one's actually. Oh, wait, hold it. Whoa! I don't. Oh, that's new. That's new. How does holding work? I don't know how holding works. I held it and it didn't work. I held it and it didn't work. I don't know. I don't know what you want out of me with the holding ones. I was holding it down. I'm holding it. That didn't. I'm holding it. Okay, so I think I have to hold it and then press it right when the circle completes. I think. Like, I think it's like Guitar Hero. Like you just hold it the whole time and then tap. I think. I don't know for sure. Okay, so you hold it, and then you press it at the end, and then you press it again. That's how this works. Okay, I got it now. I got it now. I know how it works. It was a little weird to start off with, but now I know how it works. Got it. Yeah, this is undoubtedly the best version of this minigame that we've seen so far. I think it's not even close. It's not even kind of comparable. It's out of this world. Because the other games, the inputs literally, like, you could hear me pressing the buttons, and it just was not working. I hit the wrong button there. That was okay. I had to mash the thing. That was close. Like, you could hear me pressing the button, and it just was not responding to my inputs. But this time, it's actually 100% responsive. Like, I've made mistakes, certainly. I made it. Oh, did I hit R? I didn't want to hit R1. That was my in my mad panic to hit every button on the controller. I accidentally hit the R1 button with the stupid concentration thing or whatever. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Do it all. Okay, we're fine. The mash all the buttons one sends me into a panic every time. But yeah, now that my inputs are actually responding to, well, my inputs. it's actually kind of fun to play. So, you know, that's pretty neat. Oh, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? Oh, that's not nice at all. Really? Really? You're gonna obstruct my vision? I'll hit all the buttons, okay. It always freaks me out whenever I have to do it, because I feel like I'm never fast enough to be able to do it in time. Okay, I think we're getting close. A few more button taps. Like, 2 more should do her in. Or 3. Okay, maybe 1 more? 1 more? There we go, okay. What's the phrase?
What is that piece of
Kirumi's gloves.
It ends here. The piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't bare-handed.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and...
Fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. You can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means that someone has to be sacrificed, but Kaede was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I don't think anything about her plan was thought through at all. I faced the truth and doubted it and kept thinking and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it.
Show you the truth.
Closing argument time? Closing argument time, which also is the best version that this has ever been. So, yeah, like I said, the actual minigames are probably the... I don't know if I'd say the best part of the game, but they're definitely... Out of the previous minigames, they're definitely the best they've ever been, so... That's nice. Anyway, I'll see you all after I get this. I didn't want to do that. Hold on. Let's start from the beginning, I guess. I will see you all once I get this all straightened out.
This is the truth of the case. The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym and used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. And shoved his head into the sink filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the bodies separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime. And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid? That's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive.
Alright, concede. There's my request for you.
Does that mean you admit it?
Wait, does that mean we could have circumvented this whole thing if we literally just said from the beginning, hey, Kirumi, concede. That's my request to you as a maid. Would that... Oh boy. Oh boy.
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
Oh, great. Yeah. They're all pissed at him for screwing everything up. Whatever. It's voting time. And, of course, we will be voting for... There she is. Kirumi Tojo.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
You know, one of these times I'm gonna vote for one of the other people. Probably Kokichi. Just to see if it would change anything. Like, obviously, a majority rule would still... Well, I mean, I would assume the majority rule would still make it such that the culprit gets chosen. But I do wonder, like, would it actually let me pick someone else? Would it change anything? Would there be a special cutscene? Would everyone be like, you idiot, why'd you vote for that person? Or something like that? I don't know. Actually, you know what? Let's try it out next chapter. Next chapter, I'm gonna make a mental note. We're gonna preemptively, before we do the voting, I'm gonna make a save, and then we're going to test it out, see if anything changes, and then we'll revert back to the saves, then we actually do it legit.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
And how we do? I'm guessing we did pretty well because the mini games. Now that we don't have logic that to worry about, we should be able to. Yeah, A. Now that we don't have logic that to worry about, we can pretty much ace these pretty consistently. At least I hope we'd be able to. Oh, now I have to do voices. Ugh. It's always very jarring because, like, before I record one of these, like, I can always like get into the mindset of, like, all right, I gotta do voices. I gotta get the voices all ready to go. But for the class trials, like, it's like a solid 2 hours where I can just not talk in the voice. I can just use my own voice, so I don't really have to get into that mindset. But then after the trial ends, I immediately have to shift back into, oh my, you all voted correctly. What an unexpected and unpredictable outcome. And his voice obviously isn't that bad because it's just so outlandish that I can easily hit it. But all the characters have subtle nuances to their voices that I kind of have to shift, so it's a bit of a different, I don't know, it's just a weird mindset I have to change between. The Blacken who killed Ryoma Hoshi is Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. And then these useless fucks no one cares about. Phew, thank goodness we managed to get through the class trial again. No thanks to you. There's nothing good about this at all. Why did it have to be... Would you rather have been Himiko? Surely this result was unexpected. How can you be so calm about it? But Gotsuno can't believe it. Kirumi was so helpful for everyone. Same Kirumi is also culprit? Hey, how long have you been lying to us? Is that why you took such good care of us? So you could deceive everyone? You mean she's not my... She was never your fucking mom. Hey, Kirumi, tell me why. You're always thinking about everyone around you. How could you kill someone? Human beings have always been selfish, self-centered creatures. That's why I hate... Yeah, whatever, I don't care. No, it can't be. Say it ain't so. That was just another lie, too. I don't think so. I still believe Kirumi cares about us. And how would you know? I can't say for certain, but I can sense that this trial has been agonizing for her. You can't say for certain, That is what a detective would say. Kirumi, are you upset? Because of the people important to you? You mean like from the motive video? So Kirumi watched yours after all? Earlier, Kirumi mentioned that she accepted a request. Perhaps that request came from someone important in her motive video?
What's wrong?
Do you have nothing to say for yourself? No, that's not it. I'm just lost. Because if I tell you why I did it, you will regret what you've just done. Regret? Spit it out already, otherwise we can't accept this outcome. Please, Kirumi, tell us! I care about you a lot, and I know the others care about you too, so please!
Understood.
Very well then, if you're all so desperate to know, I will consider this a final request and tell you everything. No more lies then, you better just tell us the truth, please and thank you. You don't get to make requests, buddy, for anything ever. Your reasoning was exactly right, I know. The reason I murdered Ryoma was because of what I saw in my motive video. As I thought, you did indeed watch our video. Does that mean someone broke the agreement and traded you your motive video? Alright, fess up. Which one of you did it? Close your eyes and raise your hand if it was you. Why would the one raising their hand need to close their eyes? Yeah. That won't be necessary. I did not trade my motive video with anyone. You what now? You what now? Perhaps Kirumi received her own... I don't even try to tell me that happened. You mean she had her own motive video from the start? Because if she did... Do you know what that means? I have no idea why. That's not possible! Monica, what the hell's going on? You know, I've meant to bring this up earlier because it's been bugging me for a while. All this talk about videos being switched. What does that mean exactly? Because it means your stupid, useless kids fucked up again. Yeah, don't play dumb. You're the one who switched up all the motive videos. No, I didn't! Huh? Yeah, great. They screwed up, I get it. They're useless and everyone hates them. Great, cool. I know, I got it. But what? They were distributed at random! They were distributed at random! And do you know what that means? It was nothing more than bad luck! Oh my... Danganronpa just can't help themselves. They can't. They cannot help themselves. I swear to God. Every goddamn game has to have at least one thing that is predicated on nothing but luck and luck alone. This whole case got set into motion because Kirumi just so happened to get her own motive video. Yay! Awesome! Woohoo! So you just watched it without knowing why it was given to you? What was in your video?
What's wrong?
Well, you promised to tell us everything. I will tell you that the truth in its entirety. Are we really just gonna watch the motive video? I guess we are.
Right. Backed by popular demand, it's time for the motive video.
I'm not sure you know what popular demand means.
Who's the most important person in your life? And now, Without further ado, Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. With clients in politics and finance, this elite maid is renowned for completing any request. One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister had a request of utmost importance. He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country. He asked Kirumi to
Make this country great again.
and transferred all his authority to her.
Okay. Alright, you gotta laugh out of me on that one there, Danganronpa. You got one single laugh out of me. Don't expect it to happen. Can I hear that again?
Asked Kirumi to
Make this country great again.
and transferred all his authority to her.
Hearing Monokuma say, "Make this country great again" in that voice was not something that I thought it wasn't something that I expected to hear, nor was it something that I knew I needed to hear. But oh Lord Almighty. Alright, that put a smile on my face, cause I read the text before the voice catches up with it, cause I read it in advance and then the voice catches up. So I read that out and I'm like, I see what you did there, game. And then he actually said it in the voice. I'm like, oh my god. Alright, Danganronpa, you get a single laugh out of me. One. You get one laugh. You've used up your laugh card. Don't expect it ever again, because as we know, Danganronpa's not great with humor. But once in a while, they tell a great joke. This is the one good joke of the episode. They get one per episode.
No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country.
That said, I also have to say, what? She's the Prime Minister? Right, wait a minute. Wait a minute! You mean to tell me the Prime Minister, like the actual Prime Minister in this universe, came to the maid and said, "Hey maid, can you take my place?" Okay, cool, bye, see you later, have fun. Really?
And over time, she became the de facto Prime Minister.
Oh my.
Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom.
Yeah, well, she colossally failed at that task given what happened in the first 3 games and the anime.
Yes, the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders.
That's gonna be a big ol' yikes for me, dude.
Kirumi is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill.
Really? That only she, so only she was the only one capable, who was capable of fulfilling the basic, like, cooking and cleaning request. I feel like anyone here could have, I feel like most people here could have done it. I don't think that's a talent or attribute specifically related to her, but okay.
She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life. Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, an unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret. Find out for yourself.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. I love doing the Monokuma laugh. I don't know why. It's the simple things in life. Doing weird voices. It can't be. Or, in some cases, super edgy voices. What the hell, the Prime Minister? Everything you just saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching that video. Remembered? Please hold on, that video is true? That's ridiculous! There's no way the Kirumi is really the Prime Minister! No, it's the truth. I am Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid, and the most important people to me
Selfless devotion.
are the citizens of this country.
I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation.
Yeah, well, that didn't work, did it?
I swore to serve and help all.
Where were you when the Monokuma robots were taking over the city?
As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past. But he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request as a maid, It is a great honor to serve the nation itself.
Okay, I gotta admit, I could not have called this one. This one took me completely by surprise. Once I got over the initial, like, laughter at the joke, my brain caught up with the fact that she's the Prime Minister, and then I had the time to actually react properly, and, yeah, I couldn't have called this one. This one is, oh boy.
What did I do?
I'm not reading that out loud. So Kirumi was the real Prime Minister running the country behind the scenes. How can you seriously believe that a high schooler could, out of everything that we've seen in the series so far, in Danganronpa, it would not surprise me. I don't think it's odd that an ultimate level talent could be that powerful. I mean, Kibo's talent lets him pretend to be human even though he's a heartless robot. How rude, I am not pretending, I am still learning. Ah, I see. Well, good luck, I guess.
Incredible.
I was aware of Kirumi's impressive talents, but Prime Minister? That Kirumi really is Prime Minister? She hold burden of country's future? The motive video aside, Kirumi doesn't seem like she'd lie about something like that.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey! I get that Kirumi is really important, but what was that unprecedented crisis? I don't know, actually. Why can't I remember? Were the memories lost? Wait, isn't it just like the Ultimate Hunt? Perhaps it is connected to the Ultimate Hunt. The Ultimate Hunt is connected to this unprecedented crisis facing the nation. If that's true, how are they connected? What is the Ultimate Hunt anyway? I do not know what is happening to the nation while I'm here inside the end wall. That is why I needed to know. I needed to know that the most important people in my life were safe.
Selfless devotion.
Because I am duty and honor bound to protect every citizen of this nation.
My apologies.
That is why I needed to escape. So you weighed our lives against the lives of everyone else in the nation. But if those are the options, of course you pick everyone outside, right? Just too many lives at stake out there. I mean, the fact that the world was plunged into despair while you were in command, I think should indicate the fact that they don't really, you were not pivotal to the success of the world, but okay. And we just stopped Kirumi from doing that because we selfishly wanted to live. What should we do? Did we just make a terrible mistake? No, you did not. You absolutely did not. Because first of all, I don't even believe that these backstories are real. Because we saw them in the fake little Captain Marvel-esque brain machine thing. So I'm guessing that it's going to be, and especially because they started the game off as normal high school students, I'm guessing it's going to be revealed that like all these backstories are imprinted upon them as fake memories for the sake of an entertaining show. So, I'm not gonna believe this, because this, even by Danganronpa standards, this is a bit, oh boy. So, I'm gonna withhold judgment confidently. Like, I'm gonna withhold my final confident judgment until we know for sure whether these memories are actually real or not. If everyone outside dies because Kirumi is dead, does that mean we pretty much destroyed the country? No, Junko did that, because we now know almost with 100% positivity, or certainty, I guess, that this is connected to the universe of the original games, which is going to be a giant can of worms that I really don't want to open right now. But we'll have to open it at some point, probably in the final chapter, and oh boy, I'm not looking forward to that.
Wait!
What's Monokuma planning to do with the rest of humanity? You know how many people live in this country? Like 100 million easily. No matter how powerful the mastermind is, there's no way they could really... That's a funny joke. Nothing is beyond your power. Nothing is beyond your power. What kind of arrogant, ridiculous... That is 100% a lie. It is impossible that he could bring disaster to a country. Oh boy, howdy if you knew the story of Danganronpa. Foo! Foo! Foo!
What are you trying to pull?
What's so funny? You guys act like you can't believe it, but you're all terrified anyway. If you can't believe it, then you're terrified for no reason. Why do humans lie? Why are humans the only animals that tell? Because they're the only humans are the only ones that tell lies because they're the only animals that can talk. Oh, and okay. In case, well, let me preemptively brace myself for the one dude in the comments section that's gonna be like, well, actually, parrots can mimic humans. You know what I mean? They're humans are the only animals with the cognitive capabilities to string together coherent verbal sentences, and actually verbalize their thoughts, turn their thoughts into words to communicate verbally. You know what I mean when I say they're the only humans that can talk. Cut it out. This is serious. How long are you gonna keep talking about Kirumi? As long, I mean, the game, I was done a while ago, but the game still keeps going. Because for some reason, the post-trial discussions have gotten longer and longer ever since the first game. I don't know why. Let's talk about Ryoma. It would be a shame to completely neglect him.
Oh, I see.
That's right, we know your motive to kill, but why did you kill Ryoma specifically? Probably because he said he didn't have a reason to live anymore. Because he was easy to kill. Easy to kill. Ryoma not that weak. When he used his Shukuchi method, even Gonto no could catch. His physical strength was irrelevant when he did not have it. Yeah, I had a feeling that was the direction we were heading in with this. Without that, he became, I swear to God, this phrase is just ruined for me forever. I cannot, for the rest of my life, I can't see or use that phrase without immediately thinking of the stupid... What? I took advantage of his weakness and killed him. What do you mean? I told him I had urgent matters to discuss and to meet me in the research lab on the 3rd floor. Then I revealed my motive video, and afterward I told him, I am responsible for the life of every citizen of this nation, so I must escape this place. He then responded,
Got it.
You got a reason to survive. That's the complete opposite of me. That's good. If you got something to live for, that means your life means something. After he said that, he told me he would clean up the tennis balls lying around.
And then, he turned his back toward me. At that moment, my determination solidified. A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He already knew. He forfeited his life right then and there. That is correct.
That is when I decided I must sacrifice his life for my nation and my people. Then Ryoma knew he was going to be killed. I mean, like I said, we called this from the beginning that this is how this was going to turn out.
But...
Wait a minute. It's Maki's fault that Ryoma decided he didn't want to live. No, it's not. What? Ryoma only gave up on life after you showed him his motive video. No, he... Did you forget that he been saying earlier that he didn't want to... Oh my god, Kokichi. Hey, remember in the first chapter when he volunteered to give up his life to fulfill the stupid time limit? No, did you forget that? Okay. Well, since you didn't watch his motive video, I guess you had no way of knowing. What's your point? Wait a minute. If you're talking as if Ryoma saw that motive video, did you just say that he only checked the name and didn't watch the video? Huh? Did I say that? What are you getting at? I probably shouldn't say anything. But someone has to step up and speak for poor Ryoma. Again, what's your point? That he gave up on the life because I showed him his motive video? I'll get to that in a sec, but why do you think Ryoma wanted to see his motive video? Because he was looking for a reason to live. Isn't that right, Maki? Yeah, but he already said ahead of time that he was done, so I don't think it really would have. How do you know that?
What?
Yeah, you had the conversation. Cool.
That's true.
You're right. He was looking for a reason to live. Which means you shouldn't have shown him his motive video in the first place. Well, no, because he already didn't have one. Like, he already said that he didn't think he had a reason to live. So showing him the video really wouldn't have changed anything, because he still maintained the same mindset he had earlier. Nothing, his motive was empty. Empty. Ay.
Alright! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video! Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado... This message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro! Unfortunately, there is no one in the world who is important to you. I'm so sorry. Really, I am. You have my deepest sympathies. Sorry.
No one was important to him? That's what he was showing? He said something like that. He had no one to care for and none who cared for him. He found no motive to live. Because of that, he chose to let Kirumi claim his life. So that's why. He must have just watched that video before I summoned him to I think he mistyped there. It was supposed to be meet with me. He just gave up then? Well, wouldn't you know what his motive was? To hell with that, the damn moron! It's bad to have no reason to live, but it's also bad to have too many reasons to live. That's why you did such a terrible thing, right, Kirumi? For too many reasons. You are free to judge me from killing Ryoma. I would bear the burden of being seen as evil for the sake of my nation and its people. Because that is what it means to serve with selfless devotion. That's why I needed to survive. Sacrificing you all meant saving the lives of men, women, children, and elderly. I wanted to live. Kirumi. Monokuma, got to have a question. Oh? What is it? Can Gonta be blackened instead of Kirumi? Oh my Jesus Christ. You're all being convinced? I mean, obviously it's not gonna work, but you're not gonna actually fall for this. Gonta not smart boy, but even Gonta understand what everyone's saying. Kirumi should live, not Gonta. World needs her. Okay, but she's still gonna be stuck here. It's not, I mean, I get that you guys don't know what the state of the world is, but I do, and it's kind of well, I mean, I guess that's the thing. Does this take place between 2 and 3, or does it take place after 3? Because if it takes place after 3, then I guess maybe it could slide, because after the events of Danganronpa 3, everything magically goes back to normal and they all live happily ever after for somehow. I don't know how, but they just do, because fuck you, that's why. So I don't know when it takes place. If it takes place after that, then I guess it's understandable for them to believe, like, hey, everything's happy, she's a great leader. But if it takes place before that, then no, you let the world plunge itself into despair. So, and again, I still don't know if this backstory is real. There's a lot about this that we can't confirm, that we can't really talk in depth about until we get to the end of the game, because that's when all the answers will be revealed. But for now, all we can do is speculate. There's some things that we're pretty definitive on, like Sumigi, obviously, but in general, we can only speculate for now. We're gonna have to wait until we get a bit later before we can definitively say for sure whether this makes sense or not. I don't want to die, but Kirumi's life is way more valuable than mine. Kirumi's got the lives of hundreds of millions of people on her shoulders, right? Logically, Kirumi's survival would result in fewer casualties than our collective survival would. Jeez, maybe it would have been better if we got the culprit. I really wouldn't have, though. What do you mean? If Kirumi survives, then the nation's future will be secured. That may not be a good thing. I mean, so what I mean when I say that is, like, depends on what, like, the future that, again, depending on what the timeline is, if we're pre-Danganronpa 3 here, this world's in a crap state right now, so the future that she may have led us to might be a crap one, but who knows? Was I wrong? I shouldn't have... What kind of face is that, Shuichi? If you're my sidekick, then suck it up. What? That goes for all of you. To hell with all this value of life shit. Life's not just some thing. You can't just trade it and put a price on it. Kaito. And your life doesn't just belong to you. It's for your parents, your grandparents, your friends, even your neighbors. It's not something you can just decide to throw away on your own. So we didn't do the wrong thing. Life's purpose is to be lived. As long as you can stay alive, anything's possible. You can even go to the stars. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I want to live. I haven't even traveled to space yet. No way in hell I'm gonna die here. The idiot's talking again. Who were you talking about? Because that you just described everyone else in the room except for you. But he's right. I mean, you're right too. He is an idiot, but he's right. Yep, he's a damned idiot. I don't know why, but idiots always fill me with inspiration. Shut up. Yeah, whatever. Maybe his stupid speech is just what we needed to hear. Kirumi certainly looks shaken by it. Shaken?
Because?
Do you really think someone as desperate to live as Kirumi would give up so easily? Of course not. In fact, she probably still hasn't given up even now. She was hoping that learning the truth would make one of us volunteer to die in a place which, I mean, you know that wouldn't work because Monokuma likes to follow the rules, so he would obviously make sure that only the Black One was executed. Oh, wait! No, he wouldn't! Thanks to the events of the first chapter. But Monokuma would never allow Black One to escape punishment. Oh, would he now? Are you sure about that, Kokichi? Are you sure about that one? She wanted everyone to rebel so she could use it as cover to escape on her own. How about it, Kirumi? Am I close? You are the most detestable cretin I have ever met. You haven't been Nagito Kamaeda yet, then. Although, I gotta admit, who's worse? Nagito or Kokichi? Because Bakuya, I don't want to say he's grown on me, but he did have some, I can't believe I'm going to say this, he actually had some development to stretch. He's grown as a person. He grew as a person over the course of the 3 games. It took a long ass time to do it, but he did grow. So he's better than he was at the beginning of the first game. But Nagito's still shit. He's still terrible. And Kokichi is also still crap. So I think the way we determine it is if at the end of the game, if Kokichi still lives. Because I also didn't like Fuyuhiko for most of Danganronpa 2. But by the end, you know, he kind of grew on me. He matured. He stopped being terrible. So he grew on me by the end. So, but Nagito is still, I still hate him with a fiery passion. So we'll have to wait to the end of the game. Maybe Kokichi will grow on me. Maybe he'll end up turning a new leaf. We'll have to wait. Before I can make my final judgment on whether Kokichi is worse than Nagito, I have to wait till the end of the game. But I gotta say, right now, it's not looking good. Anyway, you knew exactly what I would attempt and yet allow me to explain anyway. Wait, what he just said was true? You tried to trick Gonta? Tried to trick everyone? Seriously? Okay. Enough, he was just trying to stay alive in her own way. Nobody can blame her for that. That's right, I must survive. Because I carry the weight of an entire... Yeah, you said that one already. I would not have killed Ryoma if I was so easily deterred. The request will not be fulfilled until I have brought joy to every citizen of this nation. So now when I cannot die, well, I got some bad news for you. This is why I killed Ryoma, even now I refuse to give up. Kirumi.
I see.
You still refuse to give up? So what do you intend to do? I intend to live. I must survive no matter what it takes. If I must debase myself, so be it. I would drink filth and eat carrion to survive. I will do anything to survive. She screamed and started running. I couldn't believe what I was... Yeah, neither can I. Where are you going? No, like, actually, where are you going? You're in a circular... What are you just spin dashing around in circles? You're just running around in circles? What are you doing here? You're literally in a circular room, and you can't escape by running because you have to get on an elevator and ride it up. So where the hell do you think you're running to? It was a completely undignified exit.
I won't die here.
There's no way I'm letting you out of here. It was ugly and raw and feral. She just ran as fast as she could. I heard my voice call out. Run! 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 Like I said, I'm not letting you leave.
I will live. I refuse to die in a hellhole like this.
Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid.
For my nation. For my people.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I will not die!
What are these drawings? This looks just as stupid as that one from Chapter 1 of the first game of Leon. How did you get into the... Okay, now I guess this is a hallway right here. I guess we're in the Danganronpa 3, trial area. Oh, what the... Okay. Oh, great. Sure, whatever. Death by Saw? Because, yeah, she doesn't survive that. No, she's dead. She's gonna crawl through or climb through it. No, 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 you're dead. No, 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 you're very dead. You are varying different degrees of dead. No, no, you are being sliced by saw blades. What are you? No. Don't even try. Ooh, that's gonna be a big ol' yikes for me there, dude. Well, now she's dead. Yes, yes! Crush him! Crush! Yes! 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 Get him! Do it! Do it! Crush him! Crush him! Yeah! Yes! Woo! 2 down, 3 to go! We're 1 step closer to being free to the dreaded Monocubs. Woo! 1 step closer, everyone. Oh, I hate the Monocubs so much. Yeah, they died. Whatever. Who cares? This is for the best. It was for the best of everyone. Yeah, vomit all you want. Yeah, great. Oh, great. Okay. Who are you calling an ugly bitch? It doesn't matter. That's not the time for that. Kirumi. I can't take this anymore. Even Kirumi was killed so brutally. Wah, I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, boo-hoo. Am I going to end up like that too? I hope not. I hope you and Maki live to see the end of the game. But knowing my luck, that's not gonna happen. Maki, maybe. Maki has a deep aura surrounding her mister. Like, she's giving off Kyoka vibes. She'll probably be fine. Himiko, I'm not so sure about, but I'm hoping the 2 of them survive. You're probably dead next chapter anyway. I won't let that happen, Himiko. I'll protect you no matter what. I'll protect you no matter what. But I don't want to do this anymore either. Please, let's just stop this killing game. I don't care if we stay trapped here forever. Oh? Isn't that what Atua said? All desire. Even your desire to escape this place can corrupt you beyond redemption. It's Monokuma who is corrupt. He is the one who distributed the Moto videos. Those videos were more dangerous than we thought. To have driven Kirumi that far. What worries me is as long as we're trapped here, we don't know what's true or false. That must be why Kirumi did not want to share the videos. She thought that if everyone felt the same murderous rage that she did, this killing game would be pure chaos, so she wanted to stop it. If that's the case, then we really shouldn't show our videos to each other. That was our consensus from the beginning, not including you, of course. I assumed Koichi would try to show us our videos to get under our skin, but that did not come to pass. And what, I wonder, were his intentions? Huh? I'd never do anything like that. I'm still thinking about what Kirumi said. What Kirumi said? What she said earlier. Correct? What about it? She said she remembered, and it didn't sound like a lie either. Maybe that video had the properties of a flashback light, if it made her remember. Huh? The properties of a flashback light? Yeah, tell us about the properties of a flashback light, Tsumigi. Wouldn't you know all about that? Still, how could Kirumi remember something she could never should have forgotten? Serving the entire nation seems too important for her to just forget. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Does that mean we have motives to kill that we'll remember by watching our videos? And if that's the case, maybe it's for the best that we don't watch the videos. I mean, we kind of already arrived at that conclusion. Now I'm convinced it's probably for the best. Those motive videos will just mess us up. It's better if we just believe in each other. That's right. It's best that we. Oh my God, you just can't pick a side. You just flip-flop all over the place. Hearing you speak of everyone's sake is the least believable lie I've heard yet. How rude. I'm always doing this. No, you're not. That's a funny joke right there. That's a funny joke. I'm sure you won't believe me when I say stuff like that, so I'll just keep lying. Oh my God. You try to escape till the very end. Running away to live might not be a bad idea. Maybe facing the truth isn't enough. Yeah, true. It's okay to run some. Okay, I think we're done here. Can we leave? I think we're done with this conversation. And with that, the second class trial ended for us. A Pyrrhic victory. We had still lost a friend. What is the end Kaido spoke of, and how did we reach it? I don't know. I still don't know. Are we done now? Can we leave? Okay. And with that, I'm going to leave this episode here. I know we haven't officially reached Chapter 3 yet, but we've been at this for 2 hours. I think it's a good place to call that off. We've escaped the class trial grounds. Seems like a good stopping point. Thoughts on Chapter 2? It was I don't want to say great. It was good. The mystery was well thought out. Actually, really well thought out. Until it was revealed that freaking Kirumi... The only reason this happened was because of none other than good old-fashioned bad luck. Great. You love to see it. But it's over now, so that's something. Also, the new minigames, big fan of those. Big fan of the new selection minigames. I'm honestly, those alone made me just a little bit more excited to play Class Trials because of those alone. But that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next time. We'll catch you all tomorrow for some more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Goodbye.